Hi everybody, this is Alan. I'm going to be showing you today how to build a new security camera out of the CCTV camera asset that's on the Unreal Marketplace. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and pick which camera we want. We're going to build a live view one from this dome camera here. So the first step is to go into the blueprints and find a camera that you can duplicate. We're going to choose camera 03, right click, duplicate. We're going to keep the name of 04. We're going to go ahead and enter that blueprint. Once that loads, go up to viewport, and then we're going to zoom in, and we're going to look at the camera that's in here. This is the one that's already the webcam. We're going to go and click on that, and we're going to change its static mesh on the right here. We're going to go and change it to the dome camera. If you had another camera you wanted to use, you can pick one at that time too. So we have our dome camera, but now what we're going to do is we're going to rotate the Unreal camera. So it's facing the direction of which this camera would be facing. So we're going to rotate it here. And now, let's see, that looks pretty good. Let's move the camera for Unreal just a little bit. That looks good. So now we're going to go and hit compile and close down this blueprint. And we're going to go ahead and drag our new camera into the scene. Okay, we're going to move it up. And now we can see that it's actually looking at the ceiling. So we're going to go and rotate it so it's facing down. And you can see how our camera is right there. We're going to continue to rotate. Okay, and now we're facing down. Okay, we're going to move it up some. And now the next thing we need to do is we need to go ahead and create a new render texture. The render texture is what the camera will render to a 2D surface. So we're going to take this camera one. We have 3 that come pre-configured here. We're going to right click on 03 and duplicate this one. We now have 04. And with the new camera selected, we're going to go over here and click on Scene Capture Component 2D and scroll down, and you should see the target, the texture target. This is a drop down. You can now choose a new one, camera 04, right there. So now we need to actually display this render texture on a new mesh. So we're going to go in and create a new monitor here. I'm going to select this one, the brown one. I'm going to go ahead and duplicate it, drag it over. I'm going to go scale it up for some size. Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and grab a new model here. I'm going to grab a model. I'm going to actually do search for screen. Okay, and we want to, let's duplicate the second screen here. We're going to make another one of these. We're going to call this screen 4, since this is our 4th monitor. Okay, I'm going to drag it into the scene. I'm going to rotate it so it's facing us. And because this one was duplicated, it has the old render texture associated to it, but we're going to go ahead and change that. So we're going to scale this up some. Okay, scoot it in. Okay, and with that selected now, on the right-hand side here, you can see that we have a material associated to this. But this is the old material for monitor 03. So what we need to do is, let's go to the materials folder, and you can see we have it here. Let's go ahead and create a new material by right-clicking on one and duplicating it. We're going to change it to number 4. Okay, and replace that. So just drag it off of it on there, or just choose it from the drop-down. And once that has been changed for a new monitor, just double-click the material. The texture sample here, this is using one of the previous render textures. If you highlight this in the blueprint and delete it, we can then go to the content drawer, drag in our new render texture, and then link RGB to the emissive color. This will give it a glow as if it was a screen. Go ahead and click apply on your blueprint, close the blueprint, and at that point you have a live view of that camera in the ceiling. And to demonstrate this, we're going to take this table here, and we're going to move it, and you should see it moving live on that camera feed right there. If we go ahead and take this just camera here and move it up and on, you should see it moving on that screen as well. And that's the steps required to go ahead and create a new security camera in the CCTV camera system. Thanks so much.